Welcome to Sacrilegious Discourse.
For this is what the Sovereign Lord says.
Why do you need prophets to tell people who you are and what you want?
If you can justify everything that the God of the Bible has done, then you can justify any of your behavior.
A lot of this mentality is trickling into what is now mainstream right-wing Christianity.
I am capable of empathy greater than this God of the Bible.
This is a Bible that they tell kids. This is the good Lord. This is the good book. He is fantasizing about murder, mass murder.
Head over to sacrilegiousdiscourse.com right now to find out how to leave us a review or support us on Patreon.
Husband!
Wife!
Do you know what we're doing today?
Well, the last time we read the regular Bible, or rather, sort of the regular Bible.
The pseudo-regular Bible?
The pseudo-regular Bible.
The somewhat regular Bible.
Somewhat, yeah. So we were reading
adjacent.
We were reading Second Maccabees, which is in the Catholic Bible and the Greek Orthodox and all that. So, like, it is some people's regular Bible, but not everybody's.
It's not like what we think of when we say the Bible.
Right. And we were in chapter 9.
We were of Second Maccabees.
Of Second Maccabees, yes. Mm-hmm. And in that chapter, Antiochus died, but he didn't just die.
He didn't just die.
He died terribly.
Like, it was kind of a comedy, but
exploding
gross.
bowels, worms, rotting flesh. I mean, it was
comical.
Bad. And
we both said it was, but then you went bad and I went comical. Yeah. It was pretty gnarly.
Right. And in this midst of him dying horribly,
yeah,
he decided that the Jewish people's God was just all right by him.
I have worms. Yahweh rules.
And so this is according to Second Maccabees chapter 9, of course.
I kind of want a T-shirt that says, I have worms. Yahweh rules.
But we spent a lot of time calling bullshit on the whole story.
Oh, yeah.
So, but that's basically what happened last time. So that was Second Maccabees chapter 9, which means that today we're doing
Second Maccadoodles chapter 10.
All right, let's do this.
Sure as fuck will. All right, we're hopping into Second Maccadoodles.
All right.
Chapter 10.
Yes.
Which means after this, we'll be doing a Q&A over chapters 6 through 10.
Okay.
And then after that, there's only 15 chapters.
We kind of needed that Q&A because, like, I mean, we hadn't this is the first time we're doing an actual regular episode in over a week.
Yeah.
So, like, it'd be nice to have a refresher anyway before we get into the last five of them.
Yeah.
Or, well, no, 6. I guess there's 6 to end it. No. There's 16 chapters, I think, in the second.
15.
Okay, my bad.
That's what I was saying.
Sorry.
I just literally said that.
I was wrong. You were right. You know better than I do.
You weren't listening to me.
That happens occasionally.
That happens often. I can always tell when I say a fact and you just roll right over it and then just say something that contradicts what I just said, or when I say a joke and you don't laugh and I know that you would think it was funny.
Right.
Then I know you're not listening to me. And sometimes when you go, got it, yeah, right, yeah.
Then I'm not listening.
Then you're not listening.
Right, yeah. But sometimes I am.
Sometimes.
Not always.
Right, now you are. Now you are. All right, are you ready for this chapter 10?
I'm ready.
Okay. Then Maccabees.
Okay.
And those who were with him, the Lord leading them on.
After Antiochus rotted to death, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Recovered the temple and the city.
Oh, boy. Yay.
They pulled down the altars that had been built in the marketplace by the foreigners and also the sacred enclosures.
Okay.
They pulled all that shit down.
Yeah.
Having cleansed the sanctuary, they made...
You think they used bleach?
Well, they used blessed oil and water and stuff.
No bleach. Okay.
Yeah. They didn't just clean up the mess of having tore it down. They spiritually cleansed it.
So they splattered blood then?
Probably. Probably. Having cleansed the sanctuary, they made another altar of sacrifice.
Okay.
So they cleaned it to dirty it. As we do every time we make dinner in the kitchen.
Yeah.
You've got to clean the kitchen just so that you can cook dinner and dirty it up again.
You got to be able to splatter that blood correctly in that room.
Yeah.
I mean, it's no good if it's splattered on the the northeast wall when it should be on the north wall.
Yeah.
You know, like, that doesn't count.
Yeah.
So.
Striking flint and starting a fire.
I'm sorry, what?
Striking flint.
Strack and flint?
Striking.
Oh, you have to say those words so like you can actually understand what they are?
I wanted to do a Western because when you say striking flint, I immediately go cowboy.
Yeah, I couldn't understand what you said there at all.
Striking flint and starting a fire.
That's
you don't
not
say
correct.
fire.
No.
You don't.
And Stracken sounds like Stracken. I don't know what the fuck a Stracken is, but it sounds like a Kraken with an S problem.
No, he's striking a flint and starting a fire. They offered sacrifices after they had ceased for 2 years, burned incense, lit lamps, and set out the showbread.
Gotta have that showbread.
I would like to.
Remember that whole section about showbread?
Yes,
Jesus.
that was funny. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Your showbread.
Right.
There's the bread you eat, and then there's the bread you show. Like, I think we compared it to like the front living room that the old grandparents used to have.
Yeah.
Yeah. That the
sitting room.
The sitting room. Because that's all you're allowed to do. But if you're a kid, you're not even allowed to sit.
Fuck a sitting room.
Fuck a sitting room.
No offense if you've got a sitting room.
I mean, honestly, a little bit of offense if you've got one. Because why? Why do you have a room that you can't do anything in?
Just walk through it occasionally and ruffle something up.
It's too much room.
Because it needs ruffled up a little bit.
Look, I'm sorry, but in this economy, you don't be allowed to have a sitting room.
Yeah, you got to rent that out.
Or turn it into an office or an extra bedroom.
Sure,
like,
yeah.
Useful.
Purpose.
Don't just have it be where you keep your fucking curio cabinet full of Yadros.
Who the fuck sits in this day and age?
Nobody sits.
Jesus.
When they had done these things, they fell prostrate and implored the Lord. Implored the Lord, that they might fall no more into such evils, but that if they ever did sin, they might be chastened by him with forbearance and not be delivered to blaspheming and barbarous heathen. So they're like, please stop being mean to us. And please, even if we fuck up again, please don't be mean to us ever again. We cannot handle this.
We've already covered this. This doesn't work out well for them.
It doesn't.
Yeah.
They're like, please, we are going to fuck up. We just do.
Right.
We do. We will. We're human and we will. But at that, we really are into self-defeat and picking wars with our neighbors.
Yeah.
So we're going to fuck up. But when that happens, please give us a preemptive pardon.
It's the same theme throughout history. Like, God gets credit for all the good shit, and then we get all the credit for all the bad shit.
Yeah.
Like, humans obviously fuck it all up, and then God gets all the credit for the good shit.
Obviously.
We don't give ourselves credit.
We're not capable.
It's just God.
We didn't go to medical school. God did.
It just pisses me. I'm not down with that.
You are not an artist. You can't make pretty art.
It's such a depressive way to look at life, right? Like you
why
didn't do
bother
anything
then?
good. You did all the shit, and God fixed it all.
You're a piece of shit. You're a worthless scum. Nothing you can do will ever be good.
You
Why
can't
don't
even
you go
find your fucking keys.
And no, you can't. And moreover, like, your next question is, why bother? I guess I should kill myself. Ha! Gotcha. You're not even allowed to do that. Boom. Like, wow. What can I do? What can... Just live. But why? What for? I suck. I suck at everything. You told me so.
No, I mean, that's just it. There's so much beauty in life as it stands without a God.
Yeah.
You know, like, there's so much that is out there that's able to be experienced that is not requiring of a God.
Look, I got enough self-hatred. I don't need to be thinking of a fucking magical being out there loading it on too.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Let me work through my own shit. God.
Yeah.
And if you're not gonna like extend that magical grace that people always talk about, like grace, like you are beautiful, you are good, you are kind. Like, no, you don't ever hear about that.
No, God's just a dick.
God's a dick.
Yeah.
Now, on the same day that the sanctuary was profaned by foreigners, upon that very day,
It was only a day that they did it?
it came to pass
Okay.
that the sanctuary was cleansed, even on the 25th day of the same month, which is Chislev. Okay?
This all happened in a day?
Apparently.
That's weird.
They observed 8 days with gladness in the manner of the Feast of Tabernacles, remembering how not long before, during the Feast of Tabernacles, they were wandering in the mountains and in the caves like wild animals. Remember?
Yeah, kind of.
Therefore, carrying wands wreathed with leaves and beautiful branches and palm fronds also, they offered up hymns of thanksgiving to him who had successfully brought to pass the cleansing of his own place.
Okay.
This is like that whole, how they do Hanukkah with like the fronds and the...
Yeah, I think they were describing Hanukkah.
Yeah.
Because, like, they were talking about 8 days and, you know, I thought it was 8 crazy nights, but I mean, you know, still.
Don't be all Adam Sandler. He doesn't get to own Judaism. They ordained also with a public statute and decree for all the nation of the Jews that they should observe these days every year.
Okay.
That's why they're called 8 crazy nights.
I guess, yeah.
8 crazy nights. Such were the events of the end of Antiochus, who was called Epiphanes. Now we will declare what came to pass under Antiochus Eupator, who proved himself a son of that ungodly man, and will summarize the main evils of the wars. Eupator. Remember, he was...
He was the guy that followed Antiochus, Epiphanes.
But you know what? He wasn't as bad.
No.
He was bad, but...
right.
And Antiochus Epiphanes was the OG villain.
Right, yeah. And then he rotted away.
Eupator was merely bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. For this man, when he succeeded to the kingdom, appointed one Lysias to be chancellor and supreme governor of Coele-Syria and Phoenicia.
Okay.
For Ptolemy, he's the Egypt guy, who was called Macron, setting an example of observing justice toward the Jews because of the wrong that had been done to them, endeavored to deal with them on peaceful terms.
Okay.
So Egypt is like, let's just, you know, if it's yellow, let it mellow. If it's brown, flush it down, right? He's like, let's, I don't know.
All right, let's just deal with them.
Whatever.
Right,
we got Rome to deal with.
Sure.
And Rome is like, fuck everybody and everything. We're taking it all.
Well, during this time frame, they were still writing nice letters to the Jewish people anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whereupon, being accused by the king's friends before Eupator, and hearing himself called traitor at every turn because he had abandoned Cyprus, which Philometor had entrusted him, and had withdrawn himself to Antiochus Epiphanes, and failing to uphold the honor of his office, he took poison and did away with himself.
Wait. Who did? Who killed himself?
Being accused by the king's friends before Eupator, and hearing himself called traitor at every turn because he had abandoned Cyprus.
But who was this?
Ptolemy, it sounds like.
Oh. Really?
And had withdrawn himself to Antiochus, and failing to uphold the honor of his office, he took poison. It's what it sounds like.
Okay.
I think Ptolemy...
I don't recall that.
Did himself in, maybe?
All right, well, whatever.
I don't know. But when Gorgias, or Gorgias, or Gorgias, I think we decided to call him Gorgias, because that's just the most fun.
Why not?
When Gorgias was made governor of the district, he maintained a force of mercenaries and at every turn kept up war with the Jews. Together with him, the Idumeans also, being masters of important strongholds, harassed the Jews.
Okay.
Fucking Idumeans. And received those who had taken refuge from Jerusalem. They endeavored to keep up the war. Gotta love a good war.
Yeah. I mean, our
it is
current president does love a good war, apparently.
It is profitable.
Even though we got the FIFA peace thing.
Yeah.
It is profitable. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But Maccabees and his men, having made solemn supplication and having implored God to fight on their side, rushed upon the strongholds of the Idumeans. There you go. Assaulting them vigorously, they took control of the positions and kept off all who fought upon the wall, and killed those whom they encountered, killing no fewer than 20,000.
I wonder what assaulting them slowly would look like, as opposed to vigorously.
Oh.
Yeah.
Vigorous doesn't mean fast. Vigorous means hardcore-ish.
Sure.
Like...
But I was just thinking, what would,
energy.
like, assaulting them the opposite of vigorously look like? That's all.
I mean, yeah, with lack of energy.
Right. Yeah.
Without enthusiasm. Lacking vim and vigor.
Let's go get them.
All right.
Knock down that door.
Stab,
I guess. Just
stab.
Kill them and stuff.
Fucking eyeballs. And such a mess. Killing is hard. Because no fewer than 9,000 had fled into 2 very strong towers, having everything needed for a siege, Maccabees, having left Simon and Joseph, and also Zacchaeus and those who were with him, a force sufficient to besiege them, departed himself to places where he was most needed. But Simon and those who were with him, yielding to covetousness, were bribed by some of those who were in the towers.
Oh, damn.
I hate it when you succumb to bribery.
Right, yeah.
And receiving 70,000 drachmas, let some of them slip away.
I mean, you give me 70,000 drachmas, and I don't even know what I got, so.
Could you be bribed to let in some bad guys to kill your entire neighborhood?
No,
or
that's crazy.
Country or...
No.
Yeah.
No.
I don't know, like...
But I would imagine that they weren't just bribed, they were also threatened, and, like, they were at the mercy of somebody, because, like, you don't just, like, let somebody, even for a bribe, kill people unless you're just a worthless human being.
I mean, our politicians do it all the time.
Sure, I guess you're right. But
they are useless human beings.
But I'm just saying, I feel like maybe they were outnumbered at least. You know, like, there had to be some other driving force there, too.
You think?
Maybe. Maybe not. Maybe I'm wrong.
I feel like...
Maybe it was just a bribe.
I feel like you want to like Simon for some reason, just because his name is Simon.
I mean...
Like, Simon Says. And you're like, oh, Simon Says. No.
I don't particularly need to like him. I feel like there had to be some other driving force.
I don't.
Okay.
I have zero faith in men, though, so... Humanity in general, but men in particular, if I'm being honest. Sorry. I know that's probably sexist. But also, the majority of violence does come from men. So, you know, I said what I said. What? Why are you staring at me?
Nothing.
You know what I'm saying is true.
I didn't say it wasn't.
Don't not all men me.
I didn't say that.
Okay.
I just...
It's true. So, anyways, but when word was brought to Maccabees of what was done, he gathered the leaders of the people together and accused those men of having sold their kindred for money by setting their enemies free to fight against them. So he killed those men for having turned traitors and immediately took possession of the 2 towers.
Okay. Prospering
with his weapons and everything he undertook, he destroyed more than 20,000 in the 2 strongholds.
Damn.
Yeah. Okay. 20,000 is a lot of dudes.
Yeah.
Now, Timotheus, who had been defeated by the Jews before, having gathered together foreign forces in great multitudes, and having collected the cavalry which belonged to Asia, not a few, came as though he would take Judea by force of weapons. But as he drew near, Maccabees and his men sprinkled dirt on their heads and girded their loins with sackcloth in supplication to God.
Okay.
You know, as you do.
Yeah, sure.
Start be throwing dirt.
No, I mean, that dirt did
Dirt and loin, gird your loins.
Sure. Yeah.
Pull up your breeches.
I'm sure this works out well.
And falling down upon the step in front of the altar, implored him to become gracious to them and be an enemy to their enemies and an adversary to their adversaries, as the law decrees.
It's a weird thing to think of. God that rules, that is in charge of, that created the entire universe, chooses sides and becomes the enemy of somebody he created.
Well, these are not part of the original that he is more partial to. It doesn't quite work in my brain. It doesn't work in mine either.
You created everything, dude. You created everything.
Yeah.
Right? So all of this is yours. All of it is your undertaking. And so every roadblock you've ever put up is your roadblock that you put up. Every person that you've ever killed is your person that you killed. You made them and you destroyed them, and you're playing war with humans, essentially.
Yeah.
you got your green army men and you're making them go pow 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 pow.
Okay, let's pretend pew pew. Let's pretend for the sake of argument. Let's pretend that not just God, but gods are real. As the Bible would have us believe from early days, right? That there was not just God, but gods.
They didn't want us to believe they were real, but they were definitely couched much more in that sense, other than the original Genesis story where God created everything.
Okay, but gods were obviously believed.
They were there.
There was more than one in the early days of the Bible.
Regional gods.
Regional gods. So let's pretend, for the sake of argument, that regional gods weren't just believed to be real, but were real.
Sure.
Okay? Okay. So Yahweh created his own little Israelite group, right? And then all of the other gods whose names I completely forget now.
Yeah.
They created their own little bits of people over here and over there, and a Shira pole and Christmas trees and that kind of stuff.
All those Egyptian gods and stuff.
All of those Egyptian gods and stuff. And then the Greek ones, all those little regional gods, right? Each one is in charge of its own little forest, right? Or desert or what the fuck ever.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Now, when they each bump into each other or run into each other, that's where we get the clashes of the clans and clashes of gods.
Okay.
And so when you say God created everybody, he didn't, though. Yahweh only just made his people. And
this is
to me, that is evidenced by how after Adam and Eve, Adam and Eve's kids, they fucked people from a neighborhood next door, a neighboring neighborhood.
Sure.
Otherwise, there could be no people.
Right.
Because I'm sorry, but that didn't work. Right. And I'm trying to extend grace to your God exists. Your God exists only if all the other ones did too. And your God made your neighborhood and other gods made other. So let's say Molech or what the fuck ever, or Baal, right?
Right.
Made the other neighborhoods.
Right.
Okay?
Yeah.
So then Cain goes into the land of Nod neighborhood and fucks a lot, and that's how we get all the grandkids and stuff.
Sure.
Right? So when Yahweh is like, my people, my people, my people, he literally is only talking about his neighborhood that he made. And so when you say he made everything, how is he picking sides? He's not picking sides. He's only picking his fucking neighborhood.
I hear you, except for that, he, according to the Bible, the Old Testament, he created all the fish in the sea and all the birds in the sky.
Only the ones in their neighborhood.
And the stars and the universe.
That was their whole world. And so I'm trying to make it work in my brain. And in my brain, God, Yahweh, I'm not even going to call him God. I'm going to call him Yahweh.
Right.
Okay? Yahweh made only those fishes in his little neighborhood.
Got it.
He didn't make all the ones on the whole planet. That is evidenced by the fact that he didn't even know the planet was a planet. He didn't even know there were other neighborhoods.
So really, he is a dick. He just conquered all the other. He's trying to conquer all the other gods.
Yeah, he's not just a dick. He's a dumb dick, and he's a tribal dick.
Right.
Yeah. And it explains better why he's so praise me, you suck, no matter what, because that's what a tribal dick god would be like.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. And he's still that way.
Yeah. Right.
And that's
so he's
why
really small. He's a small
puny god.
He's a puny god.
He's puny god. Yahweh's puny.
Hulk could take him.
And that's why you get your Christians, right? And they are splitting off. They're just a sect of the Yahweh religion.
Right.
And they're our God's pretty fucking puny. We need to come up with a new bigger guy. Let's make our God Jesus.
Sure.
And we'll just say he's the son of, much like just Christianity is a son of Judaism.
Right.
And that works because then Jesus can be for anybody who wants him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not just the neighborhood. He can be for the whole world because Yahweh already did or didn't make stuff over there. Jesus isn't saying he made stuff.
They rewrote the franchise.
Yes.
You know, they changed the rules.
They didn't change the rules.
Well, sure they did.
They are working within the same rules. Yahweh still made whatever the fuck you want to say he made, but we're not worried about that anymore.
That's what I'm saying.
Yahweh is the past. Jesus is the future.
That's what I'm saying. They changed the rules that you have to live by with regard to that God, therefore encompassing more people and encompassing more whatever.
Sure.
Anyway, God's not real, so that was a fun little experiment.
All just for the sake of argument.
Sure.
That was, how can I make this stupid shit work in my brain that needs it? I need a way to spell it out. Like, it needs to make sense. Make it make sense, right?
Right, yeah.
Yahweh can't be choosing sides, as you said, unless he really was only just a small tribal god.
Yeah.
And that's what he was.
I agree. I agree with your assessment. I think that, yeah. I mean, obviously, he was a small tribal god.
Yeah.
But
his people just spread out and got too big for their fucking britches, and they tried to make their little tribal god be more than he actually was.
Yeah, and then they had their god have sex with virgins and create more things.
And then we invented microscopes and telescopes and
cameras.
Yeah, and we're like, oh, none of that works.
Right.
None of that works.
No.
So rising up from their prayer, they took up their weapons and advanced some distance from the city. So they're like, God is great, God is good, please kill them.
Yeah, but they took the weapons. This wasn't God taking the weapons.
No, the people took the weapons.
Okay.
They're just like, could you give us a solid?
Sure.
When they had come near to their enemies, they halted. They're like, is God going to come in here and do some stuff, or going to magic it up for me?
Sure.
When the dawn was now breaking, the two armies joined in battle. Yeah, you can't be fighting at night. You got to wait till day.
That's right, yeah.
The one part having this beside virtue for a pledge of success and victory, that they had fled to the Lord for refuge, the others making their passion their leader in the fight.
Okay.
So I think what's about to happen is that the ones that went to God first and
win.
bowed before him or whatever, they kiss the ring so they get to win.
Sure. Do you know what would happen if they lost, though? We would never hear about that. And the other side would have kissed the ring of some other god. And that's the story we would have heard.
Mm-hmm. So, or they kissed the ring, but then they also ate honey.
It's
and
like the
fucked honey-lipped victims.
Sure. And it's like the whole football thing, right? Like if you pray before a game and you win, then obviously God picked you. But if the other team prayed too and they lost, then what?
Then God picked them. I didn't choose nothing. When the battle became strong, there appeared out of heaven to their adversaries 5 splendid men on horses with bridles of gold.
Wait, these guys came in earlier.
We love gold people on horses.
Yeah, they were in one other battle.
We love this.
Yeah.
With bridles of gold, and 2 of them leading on the Jews, and taking Maccabees in the midst of them, and covering him with their own armor, guarded him from wounds.
Damn.
While they shot arrows and thunderbolts at the enemies. What the fuck comic book bullshit is this?
Wow, this is
some Greek gods hangover.
It really is. I mean,
gold people riding white horses. They're throwing
Zeus right into this.
Yeah. It's not just Zeus, though. It's like all kinds of... The Greek gods were always right. They were always in gold. They were always in white. And they were always throwing thunderbolts.
Right. So this is kind of like Judaism kind of incorporating some Greek.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. Like, our God can do that shit.
Yeah.
Look.
Yeah.
See?
I mean, why shouldn't our God be able to do Greek god stuff?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know what you're talking about.
Our God doesn't just have control of the fucking lightning. He's got control of everything. So fuck off.
Yeah. They just like incorporated like, we forgot about that stuff. Oh, yeah. Oh, our God can do that too. Look.
This is like asking who would win, Superman or Batman.
Oh, my gosh. No, it's even worse than that. It's who would win, somebody from the Marvel universe or the DC universe.
Yeah.
You know?
Right.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
That's what it is. And that makes it bad.
Right.
Because it's like, no, they don't fight each other. They don't go in the same.
Right. But people are going to have opinions.
They are going to have opinions.
You know.
Like, I had to say DC versus Marvel because I all of a sudden could not think of one single MCU character. Iron Man. There we go.
Sure.
Thor. There we go.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my God. You have Thor against Superman. Interesting.
That is interesting.
Who
yeah.
would win? They're both gods.
Right.
And they're both only gods because they're from other planets.
Yeah, that is very interesting. I'm curious. Yeah.
Or like, I mean, Iron Man is only tech. He's not magic at all. But how would he go against Batman, who is also only a man relying on tech?
Right. Right.
Who would win? Who would win?
Iron Man has metal.
And he can fly.
He can fly.
Taller than the buildings.
Mean, Batman can do some crazy shit too. But it's mostly just physical feats of, you know, whatever.
I'm sorry, but you can only go so high. Like, your shit needs a battering.
Look, I'm going to say this right now. I love Batman.
I love Batman.
But he's just a human.
He is just a human.
You know?
And he does not have a flying suit, but he does have an airplane that flies. But he's got to get in it, whereas Iron Man's already in, like, literally that's what
fucking
Iron Man
flies,
is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And look, Tony Stark's a human too, but like,
he's in
he's in his suit that's metal that flies.
Now,
with fucking beams of light that come out of his hands.
Here's the thing. Put Batman in an Iron Man suit and then
it's off.
But then it's Iron Man against Iron Man, which we saw that movie. Iron Man fighting multiple Iron Mans. We saw that movie. Yeah. What was that, 3 or 4?
I can't remember. Yeah.
Too many Iron Mans.
But that was good. That was good. I like that.
It was good. But it wasn't a Batman. It was Iron Man versus himself.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
So, yeah, this is craziness. Okay, so we've got Greek god stuff happening here, okay?
Yes.
For this reason, they were blinded and thrown into confusion, as you would be, and were cut to pieces. Cut my life into pieces, filled with bewilderment. That's the next line.
I see.
Bewilderment.
I didn't.
It fit.
You
so
sang
I just kept.
So I didn't know.
I just kept singing because it fit.
Got it.
The line is literally, and we're cut to pieces, filled with bewilderment.
Okay.
So that's why it was so good.
Sure. Yeah.
I couldn't not, if I'm being honest.
Got it.
20,500 were slain, besides 600 cavalry.
Okay.
So that 20,500 plus 600. That's 31.
Like 21. No.
25.
No, you're
Hold
doing
on.
really bad math.
I'm doing such bad math. 20,500.
Yeah.
Okay.
Try this again.
Plus 600.
Is what?
No, you tell me. It's 21.
21,100.
21,100. Okay. 21,100. Got it. 21,100.
Where did you? Okay.
Okay, listen.
You went to 30,000. I'm like, where the fuck did you get that?
Because listen, I cannot picture numbers in my head.
No, wife cannot.
Give me a pencil and paper. I will write it down and I will get a solid answer and it will be right.
Oh, yeah.
Almost every single time.
No, wife does paper math much better than I do.
I do fucking algebra.
Yeah, but she cannot do. She can't walk over to a price at the grocery store and walk back and tell me what that price was.
Nope. The number's already gone.
The number's
it has
already gone.
fled. So even though I'm like literally reading the numbers, I'm like, wait, no, 1,000. Hold on. What? I cannot. Like, I got to get the numbers out of my head and onto paper.
Yeah.
And I have to write them myself.
Right.
Just because you wrote them, like, they're written.
Yeah, they are.
But I got to write them myself.
Sure.
And also, numbers that are spelled out. I cannot with numbers that are spelled out. I have to turn them into digits.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Just so bad. But again, give me pencil and paper. I can solve that shit.
Right.
Okay. Anyways, Timotheus himself fled into a stronghold called Gazara, a fortress of great strength, where Chaereas was in command.
Okay.
I like that name. I'm going to write those names into a story. Then Maccabees and his men were glad.
Sure. Yeah.
I'm always glad when I see people dying. That's great. And laid siege to the fortress for 4 days.
Okay.
Okay, I just want, in case anybody is stepping in at this very moment and is new, I'm not ever glad when people die.
Correct.
I just thought I would clarify.
Right.
For anybody new.
No, we're so numb to it at this point, basically, though, with regard to what we read in the Bible. It's just
we make fun and we forget.
Yeah.
We forget that maybe you don't know us, but we are anti-violence, anti-war. Yes. We're pro-peace, you know?
Right.
Like, we stand with all them countries that are being invaded by the United States and Russia right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, let's not, you know?
Yeah.
Free Ukraine, you know? Mm-hmm. I didn't forget. I
didn't either.
And also Free Palestine. I didn't forget them either.
Yeah.
Although they seem to be a side thought at the moment.
Yeah.
It's tragic.
The whole world's tragic right now.
The whole world's on fire. Those who were within, trusting in the strength of the place, blasphemed exceedingly. Fuck, fuck, fuck. That is some fire and bombs coming in. Fuck. And hurled out impious words.
Not impious words.
God damn it.
Oh, shit.
But at dawn of the 5th day. See, now, I always get in trouble. Not always, but I get in trouble by, like, the thought police that come along and are like, you shouldn't cuss so much. Like, when I used to write a blog, they would be like, you shouldn't cuss in your blog. And I'm like, I should. You know who I asked? Me. Because I'm the boss of my blog. And you know what me said? Fucking cuss all you want, you dumb bitch.
Right.
And then I did. And they were like, you shouldn't, though. And I'm like, you shouldn't.
Yeah. That's pretty much how it went.
I mean, I'm just like, who even are you to tell me what I should or shouldn't say? And so, anyways, it just cracks me up that these guys are in the Bible and they're blaspheming.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, they are. Because you know what happens when people attack your house?
You blaspheme.
Or you know what happens when you drop a stapler on your toe?
You say fuck.
You do.
Or shit.
And you know what happens when you are real, like I am?
You blaspheme.
You blaspheme, and you don't pretend you don't.
Right.
Or you can be like Joshua Johnson. He does not really blaspheme. And that's kind of his thing. And that's okay. But you know who's not telling me not to blaspheme? Joshua Johnson. He ain't worried if I'm blaspheming or not.
Think about Josh Johnson?
Yeah.
Okay. But you just keep saying Joshua, and I'm like, the fuck?
Yeah, I don't know why. I just suddenly decided he was Joshua.
Yeah, I don't. That doesn't.
No,
make
it's
sense.
just Josh. I mean, his name probably is Joshua.
Sure, but you don't.
But he doesn't go by
Joshua.
that. Hello.
Go look up Joshua Johnson's comic routines. It's amazing. No, it's Josh Johnson.
It is Josh Johnson, and he is amazing.
And you just kept saying it. I'm like, what are you doing?
I don't know what I'm doing. I'm trying to excuse the fact that I cuss, but also surveys say that cussing is better for your health. So fuck off. And that people who cuss are more honest.
And intelligent.
I've
heard both of those.
Yeah.
So by those deterministic factors, obviously we're really smart. And really
not claiming
nice
any
stuff.
such thing, but I am honest. And I am who I am.
Yeah.
Much like Yahweh. Yeah. Because he said the same thing. I am that I am.
Yeah.
But at dawn of the 5th day, certain young men of Maccabees' company, inflamed with anger because of the blasphemies, assaulted the wall with masculine force and with furious anger.
With masculine, holy shit.
Not just force, but masculine force. Meaning they didn't just throw flowers at the wall. They punched it with their fists. They broke their hands. Okay. And they scowled darkly, the way masculines do.
Yeah.
As opposed to feminine wiles. And I'm trying to think, like, what is the difference between a masculine force versus a feminine force?
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, what, they fought with their balls out?
Yeah, I really don't. I mean, masculine, I think it's just a way to say that they was really strong. Like, they're because the Bible loves men.
Men.
Like, it's very manly.
I'm
manly.
Y'all should have gone into the future, and y'all should have watched Terminator and been introduced to Sarah Connor.
Right.
Because Linda Hamilton was fucking kick ass.
She really was.
Okay.
Like that was a whole new thing. Like
what about Ellen Ripley in Alien?
Yeah.
Holy shit. Alien and Aliens.
Right.
I mean, not all force is masculine, y'all.
Yeah.
Not only that, but just so many movies where women kick ass. You know, what about Resident Evil? Granted, Mila Jovovich, like, she wasn't quite as, like, strong. She leaned into more of the, like, sexy female, like, with her boots and her red dress and barely dressed. And then she woke up naked at the end.
Yeah.
And it was like, did you need to be naked and sexy? We already recognize that you're a beautiful, hot woman who can kick ass. But anyway, there are a lot of kick-ass, masculine-forced women. So you don't have to have balls to be strong, is what I'm saying.
Right.
And furious anger. Never met a woman scorned, have ya? And cut down whoever came in their way, you know, with their mustaches
Back to the masculine men fighting the masculine.
They were
powers.
so mad that their penises grew fingers and grabbed you.
Yeah.
And their beards came out of their faces and punched you.
I love how you just like you read a section and then you just like enter right back into the text without even announcing that you're doing it.
It's my favorite.
Yeah.
It's my favorite thing ever. Others climbing up in the same way, you know, masculine like.
Yeah.
While the enemies were distracted with those who had made their way within, set fire to the towers, but not the rain.
Dude, that's right. Yeah.
We said that one last time.
Yep.
It'll never not be true. They set fire to the towers and kindled fires that burned the blasphemers alive. Fucking blasphemers. While others broke open the gates and having given entrance to the rest of the band,
Yeah.
the boys in the band,
Right.
occupied the city.
They're getting the band back together.
Yeah, they did, and they occupied the city.
Apparently, yeah.
The way a band does.
Right.
They killed Timotheus,
Okay.
who was hidden in a cistern. I'm sorry. That was so random.
That's what a shitty way to guy.
They stabbed him. He was hidden in a toilet.
Man.
He had a poopy situation.
Yeah. That's terrible.
And his brother Chaereas and Apollophanes, you know, that guy.
Yeah, sure.
When they had accomplished these things, these murders, these stabbings, they blessed the Lord with hymns and thanksgiving. Thank you for letting me bloodlet all these people, God. I love being stabby, murderous.
Right.
Yay, praise God for murder and death. Mayhem is what defines you. Blessing him who provides great benefits to Israel and gives them the victory. The end.
Okay.
I think that my singing was
definitely helped
appropriate.
the matter, sure.
Love to stab, kill.
I still will never be able to wrap my head around God endorsing violence and murder and killing.
He's the best.
Especially when he could change people's hearts.
I pee on certain sides of the tent, and that makes God love me.
Like, why did he need to fuck a virgin in order to make things peaceful in this world?
He had to fuck a virgin because women be whores.
I don't, it doesn't,
Only
none of it makes sense.
A hymen that bleeds means you're the prettiest thing.
People want to tell me that it makes sense, but it just doesn't make sense.
But what if my hymen popped while I rode a horse, which can happen? No, it can. Does that make you not a virgin?
I'm mostly just ignoring you right now. So
because I'm doing my weirdy sing-song thing.
Yeah.
But it's true, though. Like, none of it makes sense, and it's all stupid. So why not sing, I have a frying pan, praise Jesus? Like, what does one have to do with the other? Absolutely fucking nothing.
Do you remember when we read about the guy, I think it was Ezekiel, that had a frying pan that he was cooking his food on with his human shit, but then they changed it to cow shit because that was too gross or something.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
But
literally he was pooping and then cooking with his poop.
Wasn't it in that, like, Daniel era?
I thought it was Ezekiel, but I mean, it might have been, I don't remember what era it was in. I know it was like, he was in Babylon at the time.
Yeah, that would have been Daniel era.
Okay, all right.
I'm not saying it wasn't I'm not saying it wasn't Ezekiel.
Right.
I'm just trying to think of what time period it was in.
Sure.
Yeah. That's funny.
Yeah. Anyway.
Frying pan. See? You can make anything be biblical if you try.
Oh, yeah. I mean, at this point, I've got so much biblical. Like, oh, shit. Did you see? We've been seeing commercials for the biblical women. There's like a show. There's like a 3-part series coming out about biblical women.
Oh, yeah. Women of the Bible.
We're like, what the fuck is this
It's faithful women of the Bible.
Yeah. Like, I kind of want to like watch it and review
like
it.
hate watch and hate review.
Watch it.
Yeah,
It looks terrible.
It does because it's about the whole Sarai was too old to have a baby, so she had Jacob fuck her.
Well, at least that's one of the stories anyway.
Fuck her servant, slave, and then Rachel and Leah and all them.
I'd have to go back and
I don't remember.
Remember all that. So
yeah.
But
people get to, fuck their wives and their other wives and their slave wives and their wives of slaves and their slaves of wives.
Yeah.
Because it's good to be the king.
Right.
And every man is the king of his castle.
Yeah. Anyway, I don't recommend going to watch it, but that exists.
I'm kind of thinking that we have to, though.
We might have to, but I'm not.
You and I,
our listeners necessarily.
No, not unless you want to.
Just really
hate watch with us.
Right?
Yeah. We'll have to do a special over it. That'll be fun.
We might watch those just for the hell of it. Anyway. That was 2nd Maccabees chapter 10.
Oh, sure as fuck was.
Which means the next time, and you're going to get on this like right away, we're going to be coming back with
a Q&A. And we could even put it out on Saturday.
Yeah, we could.
We could.
We should.
We should. And it'll cover 2nd Maccadoodles chapters 6 through 10.
All right.
And all the Greek horses and all the Greek men.
All right. We will see you guys then.
Bye.
Hey wife, I guess that's the end?
But husband, that's just sad.
It doesn't have to be. We are on lots of social media platforms like Twitter. Our handle there is sacrilegious_D.
For D's nuts.
Oh my god. Stop doing that. Anyway, we're also on Facebook, Instagram, and Pinterest. There's a link to all of our social media sites at our website.
Ooh, we have a website?
Yeah, it's sacrilegiousdiscourse.com, where you can also find a link to our merch shop.
We have a merch shop?
Yep, we have podcast-themed clothing, mugs, notebooks, and more, as well as an atheist and science-themed products.
Wow, our fans should really go check that out right now.
Definitely. They can get in touch with us by sending an email to sacrilegiousdiscourse@gmail.com. But before they do that, we could really use some help.
Oh yeah? With what?
Well, it's not free running the podcast, and we need some financial support in order to get better equipment, which will free up time so we can concentrate on our podcast and our fans.
Okay, so what should they do?
Head over to patreon.com/sacrilegiousdiscourse and sign up as a contributor on our podcast. Supporters there receive additional bi-weekly episodes that we record just for our Patreon members for as little as $2 a month.
Also, we'd really appreciate it if you would like and subscribe on whatever platform you're using.
And Apple Podcast reviews help us out tremendously.
Like and subscribe. Leave an Apple review. Join us on Twitter. Support us on Patreon. That's a lot of instructions. Don't forget to say thanks.
Thanks.
Okay, bye.